Yo, 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 what's up? It's Chris Simms Unbuttoned podcast. Check it out. Do 3 a week, okay? But let's have some fun here, okay? Thursday night football, Colts, Jets, props bets. Let's see if I can make you some money. Now, props bets provided by my buddies at PointsBet Sportsbook, all right? They do a great job. Let's get into it. Let's see what we can do here. There's some interesting angles in this matchup. Last week, we had Mike White, right, go off for 400 yards. He's the savior in New York. Oh, my gosh. Maybe they should forget about the second pick in the draft, Zach Wilson. No, negative Ghost Rider, okay? First off, dumb defensive game plan by the Bengals last week. Second off, better defense this week with the Indianapolis Colts. They can rush the quarterback with 4, and the type of defense they play, they take away short passes at a much more effective rate than the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, again, all you got to do is look at this. Behind the line of scrimmage, 8 of 10, 1 to 10 yards down the field, 242 yards. 11 to 20, 7 for 9. Not even a pass attempt past 20 yards. It was a dink and dunk show to the running backs and Jamison Crowder. I just have a hard time thinking the Colts are going to let that go on tonight. Now, the prop bet is 250.5 yards over-under for Mike White. I'm going under. I don't think it's going to be egregiously under, but I'm looking at a night that's going to be 220, 210, something in that range. And I think this Colts defense is going to be motivated after a tough loss last week against the Tennessee Titans. All right, next prop bet, okay, from our buddies at PointsBet. Carson Wentz, touchdowns, over-under, 1.5 touchdown passes. Now, this is a good one here. The Jets defense have not let up a ton of touchdown passes all year. They play a lot of zone coverages, umbrella defenses when you get down there close into the end zone. They make life hard on you that way, all right? But nonetheless, Wentz has been playing pretty good football. You got to erase some of the stupid stuff he did last week against the Titans and just look at it as a whole. I mean, the Titans are a divisional team. They know their offense a little bit, and they're pretty good on defense here as of late. The Jets, they're going to have a few more things to worry about here. First off, Wentz playing good, like I said. I would think he's going to be motivated to get that disgusting taste out of his mouth from last week. And the Colts offer a little bit more of a run game threat than a lot of teams the Jets have played. So they're going to have to play both. And the last part of this I would say is the Jets will give you, even though it might be a zone defense, they can kind of play one-on-one-ish on the outside. Carson Wentz and Frank Reich not afraid to throw the ball outside the numbers to those one-on-one type matchups. I'm going to go the over here. I'm not expecting a 4-touchdown night. I do think it could be a 2 to 3 touchdown night from Carson Wentz. All right. Hopefully we're right about that. Hopefully you can make some money. Next one's from my homies at PointsBet. All right. Jonathan Taylor, 85.5 yards over-under rushing the football. To me, this is one of the issues with the Colts right now. Not riding this guy enough. He's kind of a superstar running back, and they were close last week. To me, they didn't run him enough. They had a few bad penalties, holding that didn't really affect the run play, but it was holding. They brought it back. I think Frank Reich got a little frustrated with it and abandoned the run too quickly. I don't think he'll make that mistake this week. And the Jets have been hit or miss on run defense, and I think when you really look at it, they've been more good run defense when they play a below-average pass offense for the most part. And the Colts, good up front, definitely better than the Bengals up front as far as run blocking is concerned. Also would say they give you a more variety of run schemes than the Bengals. And then, of course, you got to worry about Carson Wentz, Frank Reich, their ability to draw up big throws down the field, I think is going to loosen up that Jets defense a little. So with Jonathan Taylor, I'm going with the over on the 85.5. I think they had to have looked at the film last week and went, wait, what are we doing? We're not running this guy enough. He's too talented, and let's take a little pressure off of Carson Wentz and the offensive line and run the ball. I'm going with the over, okay? Now the next part, provided by our buddies at PointsBet, is his longest rush, right? And this is where the Jets have had games of, 100-yard rushers. Don't let up. At no point have they really let up 60, 70-yard runs during the year. They're pretty sound in how they play defense. They got a defensive head coach in Robert Saleh who really, they coached them well on that side of the ball, but they're not extremely talented. They were ravaged by injuries. They've missed people on that side of the ball. That's hurt them. But longest rush, I'm going to go 20 to 29 yards. I think we're going to see a lot of 5 and 8 and 12 and 5 and 8 and 12. Oh, and there he goes for 25. Oh, or maybe it's 27. But I don't see him ripping off a 70 or 80 yarder in this game. I don't, like I said, the Jets, enough talent, but well coached. They don't give up those huge gash runs in the run game. But this guy is dangerous, and he scares me a little bit on this one because he is the type of running back that can go 70 yards. He ran 4.3 at the NFL Combine, and that's where I'm a little scary, but I'm going to go with kind of what I've seen all year and go in that 20 to 29 range. All right, last one. Anytime touchdown scorer. Anytime in the game, who you like, okay? I mean, of course, we know Jonathan Taylor's got a chance. He's going to touch the ball. He catches the ball out of the backfield. He runs the ball. But that's not necessarily fun. All right, the next one I look at is Michael Pittman Jr. That is the guy that, as I talked about a little earlier in this little segment here, is where he can get some one-on-one type-ish matchups on the outside. Carson Wentz got a pretty strong arm, not going to be afraid to throw it out there to him. Also, with Michael Pittman Jr., they design a lot of aggressive plays to go his way. So I do like that. That's low-hanging fruit, though. The other one here, you see Corey Davis. I do like him, but he's questionable in the matchup tonight. So let's wipe him off the radar. I'll go Mo Alley-Cox. Mo Alley-Cox, I think if the Colts kind of use the running game, get the Jets coming up, you might see Carson Wentz pop one behind that Jets defense, that second level, to get a 15, 8-yard touchdown pass. So those are the two I like the most out of this whole group. Michael Pittman Jr., Mo Alley-Cox. Hope you enjoyed this segment. Again, check out PointsBet Sportsbook, all right, and check out Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Peace out. I'll see you next week.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.